Fall camp was good. I like our team's work ethic. I think that they gave their all over the last 3 weeks to try to get ready to play this coming week, and I thought our prep was good. I know that you're all going to ask me about the quarterback deal, so I'll just get to that. We have quarterbacks that are that we like, that are competing to be our starter. So I know you guys are looking for an end to that or a conclusion to that, but there's just not going to be an end to that in the first game. You know, whoever takes the first snap doesn't mean they're the permanent starter or anything like that. You know, y'all tend to make assumptions that whoever we start in the first game, that's going to be the end of it. That's not the end of it. It's just a start, and it's really just the beginning. So that'll continue on until it doesn't. Somebody's got to play well enough to make that decision. Their play will make the decision, not anything else. So we'll see where that goes. So I like where it is. Multiple guys will get opportunities at quarterback, and somebody will separate themselves, and then we'll go with that. So that's where that sits. Butler's a good football team. They play hard. Their coaching's really good. They're very, very solid in all three phases. It's really hard to find a schematic advantage, offense, defense, kicking, versus what they do. Really have an appreciation for how they go about it. I like how they play. I like their attention to detail. I just like how they do things. They were 7-2 last year, going into the final 2 games and knocking on the door, getting in the playoffs, and that didn't work out for them. They dropped their last 2 and didn't get in, but they're an awfully good football team. The quarterback is Pushka's just terrific. He was the conference player of the year last year. He's keeping me and our defensive coaches up at night. I mean, he just does a lot of great things. He's their leading rusher. He just really does it all. He's a really good player. So, veteran players up front, both sides of the ball. Anytime you have a good quarterback and good fronts and good coaching, you get a chance to win. And this will be a good test for us this weekend.
Questions? Coach, what were you most pleased with coming out of fall camp, and how would you describe how you came out of it health-wise?
I was most pleased with the effort level and the attention to detail. You know, football training camp is about guys continuing to learn the game and evolve as players, so they get better technically, they get better in terms of what they understand. And I thought our team did a good job with that.
How was the first fall camp with new direction on both sides of the ball in terms of the coordinators?
I thought it was fine.
Is there any differences that you guys will implement moving forward with those guys and their roles?
Say it one more time.
Is there any differences in terms of schematics or or identity that you guys will implement moving forward in terms of
So
offense?
you're asking me to give the game plan away?
No scheme. Just wondering if there's any difference in those guys leading those units.
Go again.
Okay. What do you like about Ronnie Bradford as the defensive coordinator?
Ronnie's doing a nice job. He's brought his own spin to things. He's got a lot of energy. He's very smart. So he's doing a great job for this guy.
And on offense, Coach Pease has so much experience. What were your impressions of him the last couple of weeks?
Well, my impressions of him are the same as they've been for 30 years since we all got into coaching. But Brent's really smart. As you mentioned, he's got great experience. He knows how he wants to do things, and you know, I just thought that the way our offense evolved through training camp, it was exciting to watch. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was fun to watch. You know, a lot of different guys played at different positions. It was fun to see some young guys come along. It was fun to watch the quarterback battle. Just kind of really enjoyable.
Do you have any crossover with Butler? Have you ever had Butler experience, or do you have any crossover with their coaching staff or anything?
I do not.
what do you think about the quarterback being left-handed? Does that change the way that you prepare for this?
Yeah, it totally changes the game plan. You compare totally differently because he's left-handed.
Coach,
God, Coulter, what kind of question is that? He throws it with the other hand. It's like the kicker might be left-footed too, so our field goal rush is
Right.
Coach, you mentioned this.
The ball spins opposite.
Cool. You mentioned what you saw from the three quarterbacks. Just between the three of them, what kind of stood out in fall camp from their skill sets and what impressed you the most?
Go again with that, Sean. Kyle. Sean. Kyle.
But you mentioned you like what you saw from the three quarterbacks, Sam, Clifton, and Chris. What stands out about what they did this fall? Like what kind of stood out amongst them?
I thought their accuracy was good. Obviously, Clifton wasn't here in the spring, so he picked it up pretty fast in terms of just speaking a different language, all those different things. So that was good. I thought Sam continued to refine his knowledge of the system. You know, I thought they handled things. I thought they handled protections and all those different things pretty well, maybe better than expected. And then again, the accuracy and the completion percentages were good.
And Chris, from the offensive line perspective, what's it been like kind of working with a number of quarterbacks? And like Coach mentioned, any of these guys could be taking snaps. What have you noticed from your perspective working with these guys?
I mean, let's give all three of them credit. I mean, we can put you back there for the first game, and we're all going to block the same.
I appreciate
It
that.
really doesn't matter who's going to be back there. Go out there and play.